It's finally almost time for the Patriots and Broncos to kick off their highly anticipated Week 9 showdown here at Gillette Stadium. And with that in mind, let's discuss three key areas to a Patriots victory. Number one, as is the case pretty much every time Peyton Manning's on the field, don't let the guy kill you. The guy can go off for 500 yards and 6 touchdowns pretty much any given week. It's important for the Patriots to not let that happen.
Without question. They're going to gain yards. The Broncos have a great offense. They're going to move the ball. It's that old adage, bend but don't break. And I think the key area for the Patriots is the red zone. You can't have Peyton Manning scoring 4 or 5 times in the red zone, 5 or 6 times. If you can break even with them there, force them to kick field goals, come up with key stops, the big stops at the key times in the game, something that their defense hasn't been able to do in recent memory. Make those big stops at the key times to force them to kick the ball or force them to punt. That's the key.
You spoke to several key former Patriots earlier this week about the keys to stopping Peyton Manning. I think some of that create pressure without blitzing. That's going to be difficult without Chandler Jones. You really want to disrupt the wide receivers at the line of scrimmage. The Patriots brought in Darrelle Revis and Brandon Browner specifically for this type of assignment. So you want to make sure the timing of those patterns is thrown off a little bit. And then I think you want to clog up the middle of the field as much as possible too, to try to make Manning throw the deep ball and those throws outside the numbers where the arm strength isn't a problem for Peyton Manning. I'm not saying that, but that is where you can at least put a little more air under the ball and give your defensive backs more chances to make plays on it.
They're lower percentage passes. Yeah. If he's going to be, I would say, throwing the shorter balls, the balls over the middle, he's going to complete them all day long. If you make him throw the 20-yard passes or the long routes, chances are you might pick off some of those passes, or he won't be quite as accurate.
Number two, a guy who might not have the best nickname in the NFL, but absolutely has the most appropriate one, Pot Roast. Just destroyed the Patriots last year. The Patriots, in turn, have reworked their offensive line. You got a rookie in Brian Stork, who's going to make his 3rd start and has played really well. Dan Connolly and Ryan Wendell have played very well flanking him. And then you've got an improved performance out of Nate Solder and Sebastian Vollmer. And you want to limit, obviously, DeMarcus Ware and Von Miller as much as possible. But that starts with making sure that Terrence Knighton doesn't just disrupt the entire interior offensive line.
We saw it in both games last year, but mostly in the AFC Championship game. Terrence Knighton dominated that game. He dominated Ryan Wendell. He dominated the line. He made Tom Brady's life miserable, pushing right up the middle. Brian Stork, it's going to be a key matchup right there. But, he's going to have help with Conley on one side and Wendell on the other. If they can contain Knighton, that's going to help even the flanks. So if they can hold him and give Tom Brady time, that's going to be huge.
Number 3, Tom Brady has been on fire for a month now. He looks like the Tom Brady that we have seen for the large majority of the 15 years that he's been a Patriot. And you just want to make sure that operation stays intact. The first 4 games of the season, Julian Edelman pretty much doubled up all of the receivers, the tight ends, everybody catching passes, had more than twice as many receptions than anybody else on the team in the opening month. Now the distribution is a lot. There's a lot more parity in the distribution. Gronkowski is a comic book superhero once again. Brandon LaFell has caught fire. Tim Wright is catching everything thrown his way in the last 3 games. So you don't know how the Patriots are going to attack this new look Broncos defense. I think Brady probably has a pretty good idea, and we're going to learn more about the matchups that they think are in their favor once they finally hit the field.
Well, Brady was talking a lot this week about, remaining aggressive and basically dictating what they want to do. And, they scored early. They've been having a pattern of scoring early and often so that they can dictate. That's going to be important in this game because you don't want to be playing catch-up on the Broncos. You want to get out fast. You want to score early. That's what they've been doing. Follow the pattern. Follow the formula.
Like you said, Brady is great at finding the open guy. They built a 38-7 lead against the Bears, and they didn't even need a reception out of Julian Edelman on their way to doing that. So Brady certainly has the distribution in terms of the passing game has been outstanding for a month, and they're going to keep that going against the Broncos. So to see how they handle these 3 key areas or you're going to watch the game, obviously, but to learn more about how they handle these 3 key areas, you can find our work on bostonherald.com in the Blitz blog.